On behalf of Harrison County Schools, I welcome you to tonight's event honoring the Harrison County High School graduating class of 2020. This is truly historic. It marks the 70th commencement ceremony and the first ever individualized graduation experience and digitally created multimedia program. Let's begin with opening remarks.
Good afternoon. My name is Wilson Duckworth, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. I know this isn't exactly how any of us pictured graduating, but we're here to make the most of it. When I say the words high school, what comes to your mind? Does it bring back memories of Mr. Hurst and his quest assignments? Does it bring back the memory of relentlessly studying for every single final? Because I know that we all tried our hardest to study for all of them. I'm sure most of you who know me know that I'm a huge sports fan. So for me, high school reminds me of one of my soccer practices. For me, soccer practice was an opportunity to physically challenge myself. You're always going to get back whatever you put into practice. All of the hard work, sweat, and pain that you've experienced in practice means that the game becomes easier and easier over time. This game, in terms of high school, is our lives. We have had our last practice of the preseason, and now it's game time. No matter what each of us is doing after high school, to some degree, our practice has prepared us for the games to come. Everything we've experienced in the past 4 years, inside and outside of school, has prepared us to do our best in the game. Teddy Roosevelt once said, "Far and away the best prize that life offers is a chance to work hard at work worth doing." The work that you do has a certain worth to you. You have a certain passion for everything that you do. I encourage all of you out there to find something that you are passionate about and are willing to work hard for. When you find something that you are passionate about, you are able to better yourself through that passion. This can be anything from bettering yourself physically to bettering yourself mentally. The strength that you find in your passion is truly something remarkable. I believe that each and every one of us can find our passion, no matter what that may be. I want to thank all of my classmates, no matter if we were best friends or we just spoke maybe once in the hallway, for a solid 4 years of high school. I wish all of you the very best in life.
Class of 2020 and guest, tonight is my honor to introduce to you the 2020 class valedictorian. Your class valedictorian this year is Miss Addison Moore. Addison, please come to the stage. Congratulations, Addison. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have the pleasure of introducing to you the class of 2020 salutatorian, Miss Katie Stonage. Congratulations, Katie.
Thank you. Welcome to the Hilltop, class of 2020 and guest. The square, the Hilltop, isn't it endearing how nicknames defining an area of a community become iconic spots that everyone recognizes immediately? These spots become firmly ingrained in the town's culture. You just mention them and everyone gets it. They get it because there's so much life that happens in these places we name. The Hilltop has always been a very special place in Harrison County. I think when we say the word Hilltop this year, it means something much bigger to all of us. The Hilltop has brought us together during an unprecedented time of being apart. Graduates of 2020, the Hilltop holds a place of your hearts this year as it marks the spot where all of Harrison County and beyond have celebrated your great successes. When you started your educational journey in kindergarten years ago in Harrison County School System, your goal was to reach the Hilltop one day. I'm sure you and your families envisioned taking that walk across the athletic complex stage to claim your diploma after participating in all those exciting and special events leading up to your graduation. However, life dealt us all a blow in historic proportions beginning in March of this year. That is also when courage took the forefront for Harrison County students, staff, parents, community members, and the graduating class of 2020. To loosely define courage would be to say bravery in the face of fear. Now, there are several types of courage. Heroic courage can be described as a firefighter running into a burning building to rescue someone, while everyday courage deals with facing smaller challenges as they are presented. The root of the word courage is cor, the Latin word for heart. Isn't it our hearts that prompt us to become brave in the face of unknown? One thing that is for certain, the Harrison County High School class of 2020 has a huge heart. Graduates, you have demonstrated that everyday courage and then some this year. On March the 6th, you got up from your desk at the high school to go home like any other weekend, but you never returned to the hilltop. Just think about that for a moment. Who would have ever dreamed such a thing like this could happen? In the beginning, I'm sure all of you were thinking, well, we'll be back in time for prom. Prom time passed. Then you probably had it in your heart that you'd be back in time for graduation. Sadly, none of those wishes came true. The reality hit hard. There was no final walkthrough of where you've spent the last 4 years of your life. There was no saying goodbye in person to all of the teachers and staff members you wanted to speak with before graduation. No spring sports, no class trips, no hanging out with your friends before all of you all set off on different paths. Then you were expected to complete your coursework via NTI packets while being isolated in your homes, wondering every day, just like the rest of us were, if that terrible virus had affected someone you know and love. The normal was taken from you by an enemy that can only be seen by the destruction it leaves behind. Yet, you persevered, class of 2020. You did not let any of this stand in your way of reaching your goals. You are moving forward in despite all of these obstacles. You're looking forward to your future. All of you have displayed incredible courage in the face of unprecedented, tremendous pressure. This Board of Education and the entire community is very proud of all of you and what you have accomplished. When you look back on the year 2020, I want you to think of one word: courage. You have truly shown great courage in facing the unknown, a worldwide pandemic. We did not have a pandemic playbook, but as seniors, you wrote your own playbook, choosing to remain positive and embrace the unknown. Even on the days that it was very hard, you kept focused, and that is why we are here today celebrating each of you. Your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents have dealt with events that have shaped America. Everything from wars, terrorist attacks, the man walking on the moon for the first time, and so many events in between. Our history is defined by the events of each generation. COVID-19 will be entered into the history books too. You would need to call upon the generation of over 100 years ago to come close to understanding what it looks like to complete high school and graduate during a global pandemic. Harrison County School System was the first school district in the state of Kentucky to close our doors to classroom learning. You led the way in completing your coursework through NTI packets, utilizing full-time virtual learning with the invaluable help of your excellent teachers. As the years pass and you reminisce about your high school days, and more specifically about your senior year, my guess is you will chuckle thinking of your principals and teachers driving by your houses in a car parade to let you know you were not forgotten. Until now, did we even know what a car parade was? Not only were you not forgotten, you were truly missed, each and every one of you. There were so many people with huge hearts cheering you to the finish line. A dedicated group of food service and transportation employees, along with so many volunteers, continued to provide and deliver 3 free meals a day to children and students in Harrison County, even though we weren't in school. We all know that seeing those yellow buses pull up to your houses with your food was not only nutrition to you, but also so much more. It was the connection of your hearts to a normal. It was the reassurance that your school district cared enough about you to make sure you had food to eat. When you ate it, did you think about your friends and of sitting in the school cafeteria? It interrupted the sting of isolation and brought you moments of comfort. I hope it eased your isolation in some small way. The amazing group of educators have worked within the confines of social distancing to deliver all of the events you look forward to your senior year. I can assure you that they also feel that they've missed out on the end of the year. Stop for a minute and think how this town came together to support you in more ways than we can all count. Many caring people in this community made sure you celebrated with a virtual prom as you are, senior awards night, and a not-so-social ice cream social. The Harrison County citizens and businesses that helped give you senior drive-through on the hilltop, garden flags with your names and faces blew in the breeze as your families drove by to celebrate each of you. Our local radio station, WCYN, and our local newspaper, the Cynthiana Democrat, jumped on board and supported all of your senior activities through the airwaves and the newspaper. We cannot thank them enough for helping us to celebrate each of you. Dr. Burchett, Mr. Fowler, Ms. Nichols, and Mr. Brannick, along with countless other staff of Harrison County Schools, were determined that you all would walk across the stage in your caps and gowns in the presence of your families and graduate. Well, it has happened. Yes, over the course of several weeks while observing the COVID-19 guidelines set forth by our governor. We hope that you and your families have enjoyed your personal graduation ceremony, a very intimate but meaningful event. Harrison County High School, this school district, your families, and the citizens of this community tripped up the thief of 2020 and managed to recover a good portion of what belonged to you, celebrating your accomplishments and sending you off life ready. You have faced this pandemic with great courage, and you are ready to face your next chapter. And always know that you have a community that is supporting you. There's an old adage that says when adversity presents itself, you have a choice. You can become bitter or better. If there ever was a graduation year to become bitter, this year was the one. However, you chose the path of better, and we celebrate the courage of your decision. Young men and women, do not doubt for 1 minute that this experience has equipped you with strength and tools for the future in ways that you may not even realize yet. Experience is not wasted. You are part of history now. One day, you will look back and tell your children about the spring of 2020 and how you persevered and how you graduated from Harrison County High School. J.R.R. Tolkien once said, "Courage is found in unlikely places." You proved this true, class of 2020. Yes, courage has been found in Harrison County, and especially on the hilltop. As chair of the Harrison County Board of Education, I cannot congratulate each of you enough. You have made this community so proud. We celebrate your accomplishments, and we look forward to where the future leads you. We have witnessed your resolve, so we know the sky's the limit for you. Thank you for showing us your courage, Harrison County High School, class of 2020. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Will Banks, and I'm the class of 2020 treasurer. To the class of 2020, I do not have enough time nor the right words to tell you how I feel. I could say congratulations to this great class. However, I think it would be premature. High school graduation ceremony is an event where each student is showcased in front of a crowd of parents, students, and teachers to show off their hard work and diligence to their education. However, each of us should not want to stop here. Tomorrow we will run faster and stretch out our arms farther, as F. Scott Fitzgerald states in The Great Gatsby. Every day is a new promise for each and every one of us to make an impact, be it positive or negative. That is your choice. Every day you have the option to go out in the world and change someone's life. Your attitude is incredibly important. 90% of success is attitude. When you get knocked down and things are not going well, someone always has it worse. Believe in yourself and others. Believe in what you're doing. Your focus will feed what you choose to do. What you focus on will expand. Stay positive and move things ahead. Always focus on the positive and ignore the negative. Diversify yourself. It is the protection against fear of failure. Be passionate about your job, about your family, and never let anyone tell you that you cannot or that is impossible. Never let your pride get in front of who you really are, and never let a bad decision haunt you and make you feel like the hole you're in is too deep to crawl out of. Find your rock in life, whether it is God, family, or friends, or a mixture of all three. Find solid ground. Be a leader. You do not have to do anything special. Just lead people in a positive way. Leaders never slow down the pace of progress. They just change the plays of the game. Winston Churchill once said, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." Never let yesterday slow down what you want to achieve today. In closing, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for blessing me with the gift of life and to this point. To the principals, teachers, and other staff of this school system for making my experience the best it could be. To my family, thank you all for supporting me and helping me catch up on the piles of homework that I missed for always being gone. Lastly, thank you to the class of 2020 for showing me what unity is in a lesser situation and giving me some of the greatest friends and memories I can ask for. My quote I am leaving you with is from, in my opinion, one of the greatest presidents of all time. Donald Trump states, "No dream is too big, no challenge is too great, and nothing we want for our future is beyond our reach." Thank you all, and may God bless each of you in all of your future endeavors.
Good evening. I'm Addison Moore, the class of 2020 Vice President. When I began to write a graduation speech, I started to reflect on what it was really like to grow up, how fast it happened, and all of the things I thought about along the way. For most of us, this is not just a high school commencement. It is much, much bigger. This is the end to the last 13 years of us being a part of the Harrison County school system. Growing up had its beautiful parts. For me, they were summers spent on the farm, nights after football games with my friends, bonfires with lots of s'mores, and yes, even the political debates. But growing up had its hard parts too. For a lot of us, it wasn't easy. It wasn't always the time of our lives. Some of the most painful things we've experienced and the rawest emotions we felt were during these past years. But even though in those moments we felt the most powerless, we gained immense strength. This strength that will carry us into the world that we now face. These were the most formative years of our lives that will keep impacting us for years to come. And we all deserve so many more years. Because I believe some of the most beautiful things can be said through poetry, I wrote a reflection poem about growing up. On growing. Something about it all feels a little wrong. Maybe this isn't how we imagined it would be. You say we will love looking back, and we do. At 6, we were all just tiny things, still figuring out who we wanted to become. At 9, we started to see the cracks. We started to learn that not everything in life was good. At 16, we tasted freedom. At 18, we wonder what is next. Now, we sit in the driver's seat and watch life pass by through the window. We stick our hands outside and reach for a new universe. Now, it is time to be big, but we became big a long time ago. This has always been something we could do. Thank you, class of 2020, for the memories and for your strength.
Good evening. I'm Anna Midden, and I'm the president of the class of 2020. Class of 2020, our time has come. The moment we have been striving for, planning, and imagining for quite some time. Although this year may look a little different than we had imagined, it doesn't discredit the hard work, success that this class has accomplished. While this day is a day of celebration, it is also the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. Today marks the official date in which we become Harrison County High School alumni. As crazy as that might sound right now, it is the reality. As we look back on our high school years and remember the laughs, the memories, the great times, and even the tough times, each and every member of the class of 2020 should be so proud. Our class has proven itself to be resilient, adaptable, and so strong over the years, and especially in the last couple of months. From this point, all of our journeys will start to look different. Some of us will go straight into the workforce, some of us will go to trade schools, some of us will attend universities, and some of us will go into the military. But all of us will be furthering our education, contributing to society, and growing into strong young adults. There is no perfect path to any destination, so no matter how many tries it may take, anything is possible. Dream big, shoot for the stars, and go forth fearlessly. No matter what our futures hold, what paths we take, what obstacles we may face, what setbacks we will have to overcome, we will prevail. We will accomplish great things, and we will always carry with us what we have learned together as the class of 2020. As we go our separate ways, I hope that we will strive to be our best always. I hope that we will never give up when life gets hard. I hope that each and every one of us will remember that we are resilient, we are adaptable, we are strong, and we are the class of 2020.
Justin Michael Adams. Jasmine Lee Ailstock. Abigail Melissa Allison. Sarah Mackenzie Cannell Allison. Clayton Chase Arnold. Alexia Jules Ballinger. Kendra Alexis Barker. Joseph Lane Barnett. Will Lee Beeman. Taylor Cheyenne Bell. Eli Todd Bishop. Amber May Blanton. Samuel Reed Bostick. Wilson Macaulay Duckworth. Caitlin Cheyenne Bowling. Joseph Ross Bradford. Gunnar Luke Bryan. Augusto Vidoni. David Trapper Butcher. Devin James Campbell. Tyler Ross Carson. Dana Ponce Castillo. Lewis Brian Carl Caudle. Taylor Blair Chapman. Braden Scott Cheek. Cameron Lynn Claypool. Miranda Michelle Clem. Ethan Lane Cole. Lillian Davis Cook. Evan Thomas Copes. Jeremiah Lee Cornelius. Kiefer Alexander Cornelius. Zarin Ray Couch. Cameron Gabriel Covington. Casey Noel Criswell. Lauren Cassandra Crow Duggins. Noah Matthew Daly. William Patrick Darnell. Sabrina Gail Davis. William Dalton Denny. James William Dennis. Madeline Leanne Deniston. Colton Ray Dixon. Jessica McCann Ducker. Aaron Tyler Earls. Caitlin Elizabeth Eckler. Trevor Samuel Eden. Chase Thomas Edwards. Grant Tyler Edwards. Haley Jan England. Alexia Page Flora. Lane Michael Florence. Mitchell David Florence. Jake Wilson Fowler. Diamond Noelani Russell. Andrew Dean Utley Franklin. Zachary Ray Frederick. Jacob Lewis Furnish. Maria Elizabeth Furnish. Star Jasmine Gallagher. Aaron Russell Gauntz. Miranda Nicole Getz. Nathan Lee Graves. Catherine Kelly Griffith. Christopher Logan Griffith. David Bradley Hall. Mackenzie Renee Hafley. Caden Tyler Bresnahan. Courtney Brooke Harney. Dylan Joseph Scott Harris. Dakota Lee Hill. Jacob Thomas Hill. Caleb Andrew Hill. Bailey Shane Holbert. Paul Wendell Hoskins. Madison Mackenzie Hogue. Tyler Jacob Hudgens. Olivia Grace Hughes. Stephen Brent Hutchison. Tanner Lee Irvin. Alexis Danielle Jones. Sarah Ruth Northcutt. Christopher Tyler Abbott. Devin Lane Justice. Brooklyn Nicole Kelly. Jackson Andrew Kendall. Brooklyn Faith Kinder. Cameron Riley Kinsey. Haley Nicole Nipper. John Carl Coach. Maceo Golden. Nathaniel Chase LeGrand. Austin Storm Lewis. Ethan Chandler Lewis. Whitney Nicole Lizer. William David Lucky. Hannah Isabella Magana. Isaiah Nathaniel Mann. Garrett Connor Marshall. Michael Dylan Massey. Matthew Bailey Mathis. Allison Gail Maddox. Whitney Danielle Maddox. William Kelton Maddox. Dakota Lane Maxwell. Delaney Elizabeth Maxwell. Austin Lee McLemore. Benjamin Tyler Merriman. Eli Joseph Hargett. Austin Lane Miley. Devin William Mitchell. Dakota Wayne Monroe. Jacob Todd Moore. Garrett Riley Mullins. Zachary Austin Navarre. Kayla Susan Neese. Matthew Wade Neal. Gunnar Lee Nelson. Zachary Alden Orville King. Morgan Shea Nickerson. Anastasia Marie Noel. Savannah Corinne Norman. Bailey Brooke Northcutt. Kelsey May Brinker. Gregory Wayne Oakes. Brooke Elizabeth Oldfield. Larry Randolph Ritchie. William Ray Pence. Addison Ross Moore. Javier Isaac Perez. Robert Philip Perez III. Dalton Luke Pergram. Levi Ray Perkins. Michael Franklin Perry. Caitlin Bell Phillips. Zachary Dylan Potter. Miranda Ayana Powell. Dakota Wayne Pringer. Dalton Ray Quisenberry. Anthony Scott Rarick. Audrey Nicole Reed. Alana Renee Ritchie. Tyler Blake Robinson. Dustin Lane Ross. Courtney May Russell. John Thomas Sadler. Alex Ricardo Sanchez. Donald Peyton Schooley. Alexis Desiree Scott. Dylan Wade Scott. Haley Michelle Scott. Trey Thomas Lane Shad. Javante Lemont Shields. Christopher Dalton Shrout. Cody Allen Shrout. Brandon Michael Lee Sisson. Casey Logan Sled. Savannah Adrian Faith Slimp. David Austin Smith. Jacqueline Courtney Smith. Bennett Lewis Sosby. Caitlin Alexandria Spencer. Preston Dale Spencer. Annie Caitlin Spicer. Devin Ray Stamper. Katie Nicole Stonich. Bailey Elizabeth Lawrence. Abigail Ray Straub. Riley Blake Schweitzer. Hunter Lynn Thomas. Dustin Hope Thompson. JD Torres. Charles William Tucker III. Joshua David Tucker. Ethan Alexander Vest. Sean Michael Vig. Marley Grace Watkins. Abigail Renee Wedding. Brady Keith White. Memphis Rain Wilhoit. Cameron Davis Wilhoit. Allie Noel Williams. Austin Lane Williams. Sylvania Denise Williams. Sarah Grace Wilson. Katie Savannah Wood. Daniel Fitzpatrick Wright. Larry Michael Jones II. Shannon James Lee Yazel. Emily Grace Young. Jarrett Will Banks. David William Bowen. Autumn Ray Gloria Bergen. Allison Renee Combs. Taylor Marie Kinney. Anna Catherine Midden. Lauren Emily Nichols. Mary Hollis Parton. Hope Victoria Stiltner. Shandy Beth Straussball. Erin Nicole Thomas. Victoria Amy Vella. Peyton Elizabeth Walker. Gracie Irene Wyatt. Macy Brooke Yearsley. Andrick Vance Kendall. Colton Keen Kendall. Caitlin Jolene Wilson.
With the powers vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the Harrison County Board of Education, I now pronounce you graduates, class of 2020 of Harrison County High School and the Harrison County Public School System.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jacob Furnish, Senior Class Representative. Abraham Lincoln once said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. Here we are, class of 2020. Our axes have been sharpened, and we are being thrown into the woods to begin our journeys. We have succeeded in the first part of our journey called life, but now it is time to begin a new journey. Together as a class, we have made several memories that we should cherish and hold on to for the rest of our lives. We have put in a lot of effort so that we could walk across the stage and receive our diplomas. And we have a lot of people to thank for helping us get here along the way. First of all, I would like to thank the teachers and staff who have made great sacrifices for us and who have loved us like their own children. Congratulations to all of you because you get to see us reach this milestone and you don't have to deal with our attitudes anymore. Next, I would like to thank our parents and family for supporting us every step of the way and listening to all of our drama-filled stories. However, you do still have to deal with us because most of us will still be living with you for many years to come. Lastly, I would like to thank all of my fellow students in the class of 2020 for being my friends and sharing this journey with me. Despite the challenges we have faced, such as a global pandemic, we rose up and defeated the odds. In a couple weeks, most of you will not remember what I say here. In a couple years, it will not matter that we did not have a traditional graduation. However, it is important to remember that each of us have a purpose and a destiny to fulfill. What is meant to be will always find a way. So as you go throughout life, don't stress the small things and never stray from the path that you wish to be on. Don't blame others for your mistakes and forgive everyone who mistreats you. Forget your failures of the past and start a new journey today of becoming who you wish to be. And always remember to keep your axe sharpened. Congratulations, class of 2020, we made it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacqueline Smith, and I'm one of your senior class representatives. I never thought I would be giving a speech at graduation or that I would struggle with what to say like I have, but here we go. As we walked across this stage and received our diplomas, we looked back on the past 4 years. We remembered how excited we were freshman year, how we learned how to drive sophomore year, when we got to go to prom our junior year, and how our senior year was taken. We soon realized that we didn't cherish the last few months like we should have. We also realized that all the drama, fights, tests we failed, and the all-around bad days that we thought were going to define us for the rest of our lives in fact didn't and no longer matter. We realized that the only thing that matters now is the future. High school is officially over, and the real world isn't going to be as kind and forgiving like our teachers have been. The future can be scary for some, and that's okay. I'm scared too. Most of us feel like we're leaving home forever, but no matter what we do or where we go, Harrison County High School will always be home. They will always welcome us back with open arms. Well, at least most of us. As this chapter of our life ends, a new one begins. Class of 2020 will always be remembered as the class whose senior year was ruined by COVID-19. But I will remember you as family. We can be remembered as the class that didn't let this pandemic define us. We can be the class that beat the odds. We are about to go into this world with a million dreams, and I know in my heart that this class is capable of achieving every single one of them. I can't wait to see what life has in store for us. Good luck to my fellow classmates, goodbye Harrison County High School, and most importantly, congratulations class of 2020. We did it. We graduated. Yes!
Graduates, I speak for all members of the Harrison County School District in saying it's been a pleasure to be a part of your journey, and congratulations. Your adventures continue. Remember that the halls of Harrison County High School are adorned with the composites of those who've come before you, each with their own stories. Tonight, you join them, and what stories you will have to tell. Harrison County High School graduating class of 2020, congratulations, stay safe, and best wishes.